Hey guys, Elizabeth Quinn here again with Elizabeth Seeds and Scents, and welcome back to my channel. Please don't forget to check out my website, which is waftingwonderfulwax.scentsy.us, where I'm Liz Quinn, your certified Scentsy consultant. So this evening, I actually am filming at a very different time of day than normal, but I just got my club, my quarterly club, in the mail, and I really would like to be able to get into some of these bars, and I wanted to share them with you first. So the very first thing that I have in my club, my quarterly club, which is usually my larger club, is a brick. This is a brick of Squeeze the Day, which in just a couple days is going to become a completely retired bar, so either you should club it or get a stack, or like I did, if you have a club, you can get a brick. And I did it as my half off item, which made all of this wax $12, which is amazing. So how do you get a half off item in club? Well, the answer to that is have at least $60 worth of merchandise, and then anything that is in there can be put in as a half off item. So your with box, which is a $30 value, that can go down to $15 as half off, or a brick, which is $24 normally, can go down to $12, and you can do anything. You can do a light bulb, you can do a tub of washer whiffs, you can do a wax bar, but that is usually what I use it for, because that is valuable to me to get all that wax for such a good deal. So then we have all of my bars, which come in this wonderful sack, and there were big ice packs and everything to guarantee, or at least try to guarantee, that I was not going to get a melty mess in the middle of the summer. So we're just randomly going to go through my quarterly club. So first off, I have one bar of Cutie Pie Cupcake, and this was already taken out of my club because I've done a couple of edits this month. But this is for my younger daughter. This was from Bring Back My Bar. It is the most lovely light vanilla, orange, and lemon scent. Excuse me. And it is absolutely gorgeous. And this is primarily just for her to melt in her room, or once in a while maybe I'd grab some and do it in the kitchen. So, so pretty. Next we have Brown Sugar Praline, and this is another one which I finally did decide to take out of my club. And this one, the reason that it got the boot isn't because it's not just beautiful, because it is, but it is because I have several others between my bi-monthly and this quarterly that really qualify for something that's kind of brown sugary and pecan-y. So this one has less throw, not as strong of a scent, and even though it is a long standby in my club, there are other things that I really wanted to put in, and I'm trying to keep a particular price point, or at least close to it at this point. So this one got the boot, but this will be my last bar. I will enjoy it thoroughly. The next one is one of the classics that I will keep and keep and keep, and that is Farmhouse Fur. This is one of my favorite scents for the wintertime. This has, some sort of, I think, grapefruit, fir needle, this wonderful just sweetness. It is very much a tree scent, but it is soft and it's not too sharp. So I really, really enjoy this in November. I melt it a lot before I get into the super, super hardcore pine for Christmas. All right, another one. Ooh, this is Toasted Marshmallow, and this one is such a winner. I love this bar. It's just roasted, toasty, gooey, marshmallow goodness. It's got a little bit of maltiness. It's a fantastic mixer, and this is one where I really wish that I had understood how many bars I would need in a year, because this I would have put 2 bars in my quarterly, or at least had 1 bar bi-monthly coming, but man, I've had this in there for a long time, and at least I get 1 every quarter. The next one is Black Forest Pine, and this is sort of for me, sort of for my best friend. Now, my best friend is a 2-scent girl. She likes lilacs and violets spring, summer, and she likes Black Forest Pine fall, winter. I like Black Forest Pine, but with as many other bars as I have, probably one of these will go to her, and then the other one that I get in October will go to me. So then the next one, this stays in my club and stays in my club. This is Cozy Spice. This is so nice. This is a creamy, kind of nutmeg forward, middle of the road spice scent that's really good for a kitchen. You could mix this with something like vanilla bean buttercream. This is just so nice. It was from the Cozy Collection one Christmas, and it is just a standard, and I will be keeping this for a long time, probably for forever, in my club. Right, next we have Cozy Cashmere. This is the bar with 9 lives. My kids just flat refuse to let me take it out of the club, so I guess I'll just give up. So this is really, really good. It has blackberry, and it's got musk, And it has a cozy sweetness. It is similar to Cozy Cardigan. I prefer Cozy Cardigan, which is why I keep trying to get them to take it out, but they just love this. And more than likely, this will not come back in something like a Bring Back My Bar because it was from one of those limited time offers, so it just stays in the club. Next, we have Stroop Waffle Delight. Now, this retired a couple years ago, and I am so glad that we have it in my club. This is very much like your pumpkin pecan waffles from Bath & Body Works. It is butter and cinnamon and pecans and just wonderful fall bakery goodness. There isn't any pumpkin in here, but it still gives you that whole really good fall, sweet syrupy, gooey baked goods thing going on. So nice. That's a boomer, and then it just sort of dies, but it's so good while it's going. Ooh, another one is Pistachio Ice Cream. Now, this is one that I don't tend to melt in the fall. It's more like a winter and spring scent for me, but it's just a really beautiful creamy ice cream base with the roasted pistachios, and it is so lovely and unique. You can see how old that Bring Back My Bar packaging is. That's been in my club a long time. Ooh, Cozy Chai. Now, Cozy Chai has never before not had a Bring Back My Bar label. It's always had a Bring Back My Bar label, so some region must actually have this. That is very interesting. I know that they poured some for the flash sale, and I didn't order that bundle because I have it in my club. This is so good. So this is just a chai latte. It kind of leans gingerbread spice, but this is fabulous. I would melt it any time of the year, but it will start going in the warmer September, October, November for sure. All right, what do we have next? Dumbo. Now, I don't have Dumbo in my club anymore because I do tend to kind of rotate my bars if I do the license because they're 50 cents more. This makes 4 or 5 bars of Dumbo that I have total. That's really good. That's enough for my stash for a couple years. This is the sweetest, creamiest tangerine and vanilla kind of a smell. It's so happy. So that one is really, really good. And licensed bars, some of them seem to come back once a year. Some of them seem to come back every 2 or 3 years. Dumbo seems to be on like a 2 to 3 year schedule, so I'm sure we'll see him again. Now, Vanilla Oud. This is a bar that was supposed to be in one of the flash sale bundles, and at the last minute, for whatever reason, which I still don't know, they took it out. So I am so glad that it's in my club. This is so elegant. It is vanilla, it is suede, and it is oud wood, and it is just wonderful. And this one also, it has this other packaging, so I find that very interesting. Right, ooh, Homestead Holiday. Now, Homestead Holiday is one of those bars that is so classic Christmas. This is beautiful. This one and Farmhouse Fur, I don't remember if they came out in the catalog the same year or like back-to-back years. These two are so good for that very much farmhouse Christmas smell. This one I think has blood orange. It's got cinnamon. I think it has some fir needle. It's so good. And you know, about 5 years ago, when we were sort of at the peak of all of the farmhouse design craze, a lot of scents were being tailored to that particular design style and sensibility, and I have saved all of them because I love that hearth and home kind of a feel in my wax. All right, another one which came from our most recent Bring Back My Bar is Bamboo Yuzu, and I love this smell. This is bright and light and happy. It's the best green smell. It goes beautifully with cocoa lime, and I just will be keeping this, maybe not for forever, but for a while. It's really, really nice. What do we have next? Ooh, Hendrix. Now, Hendrix will be staying until I get a whole big old pile of him, and maybe for forever, because this is my favorite man smell. This is warm and smoldery. It's got pink pepper, it's got tobacco, it's got patchouli, all in a beautiful blend. It's not just patchouli, but it is just fabulous if you like your deep, smoky, warm scents. All right, the next one that's in my club is Sweet Orange Pommander, and I had debated just pulling a couple more bricks out of the clearance because they're a really good value. But, as I said the other day, this just smells like fall and Christmas, guys. And it kind of smells like Home Sweet Home by Yankee, but a little bit different, but very similar to that, heavy on the spices. So the only orange that's in here is sort of like a dried orange peel. This is so holiday. And if you love cinnamon bear, and if you love clove and cinnamon, this Sweet Orange Pommander, you can still get a brick. I don't know how long it'll hang around in the clearance, but it's so good. Next one. Ooh, Cranberry Pumpkin Spice. Now this is the only one from last year's Harvest Trio that didn't make it into the catalog, and it hung around in clearance for quite a while. This to me is the most perfectly balanced fall smell. I am really surprised that we didn't get it in the catalog. I love the other two that we did, which is the Orchard Apple and Spice and the Toasted Acorn and Oak. And I guess this isn't as unique as those others, but to me this is the absolutely perfect balance of pumpkin and cranberry and just this little bit of spice. It's very Yankee-like. And for fall especially, my roots go back to Yankee. And I'll probably even do a video on Bath & Body Works and Yankee that I think remind me the most of my Scentsy wax, because that's what I cut my teeth on as a kid. You'd get those giant jar candles at Yankee, and they'd smoke up the whole house and they'd be wonderful. And it was mostly cinnamon and spice based that our family would buy, and it just takes me right back. So this one is just fantastic for me. All right, next is the beloved Sweet Plum Pastry, and this one hasn't turned funny colors yet. This is a bar, oh, it's so good. This is a bar that even after 6 months of storage starts to turn a little bit funny brown, and it isn't that it's going bad, I think it's just the way the oils are in this one. But it's bubbly plum juice and crust. It is so, so good. So I'm so glad that this is in my club. What else? We have, Akukui and Coconut. Now, I was just melting this today. It is so good. It's warm, it's tropical, and it is unique. So, if you haven't clubbed this and you're thinking about it, you've got like 4 more days and then it's not going to be there. So please put this in your club if you were debating. You can always take it out, but you cannot put it in once it leaves. Zeppelin. Now, this one also has already gotten the boot. I've got like 5 of them. It's really nice. But there are other bars that I wanted to save more, so it already got kicked out. But this is, it's like vetiver. Oh, it's so good. The problem is everything that I put in my club is good enough that I wish I could just keep it all. Oh, it's sharp, it's cool, it's refreshing, but it's very light, which is why I didn't let it hang around. Churro. Now here's another light bar that always lives to fight another day. And that is because the vanilla in this is so good and it's unique. It's vanilla, it's cinnamon sugar, it's this wonderful greasy fried pastry. It's light, but oh my goodness, is it great. So it just stays around and stays around and stays around for me. It is just phenomenal. Okay, what else do we have in here? We're kind of getting down here. White Sands. And this is another tropical that will actually go very well with Akukui and Coconut. I've had this for a long time in here. This is smooth elegance. Rice milk and jasmine, light and beautiful. I talk about it all the time. I just talked about it in my Tropicals video. It's just one of those classic bars that I never want to get rid of. All right, what else do we have? Just 3 or 4 more on the bottom. It's actually super fun to do this at random. I really enjoy it that way. Red, Berry, and Spruce. Now, this is one that didn't come back this Christmas season in the catalog. And the first time I smelled this, it was part of their Scents of the Season, and I wasn't super impressed. And then I melted it and let it sit for a year. Some scents just need time to sit. The same thing happened to me with Toasted Acorn and Oak, and I'm so glad that I have another chance to use that this fall, because my bars needed to cure, and then that weird note that I got out of the Toasted Acorn and Oak chilled out, and I melted some like in March on a cold day, and I'm like, oh man, I wish I'd put that in my club. But I can put it in my club this year because it's in the Fall Winter catalog that launches August 1st. First, I'll just get a whole bunch of it. So, back to Red Berry and Spruce. This is like raspberry, cranberry, and blue spruce. And as it sat, it got strong enough that I really enjoy it. It is very Christmassy, and the blue spruce note is totally pitch perfect. They're different: fir, spruce, pine, balsam. The one oil that Scentsy does not use is balsam. We need a good balsam scent, Scentsy. That is one thing I would say Bath & Body Works still outdoes Scentsy on, is balsam. All right, Summer Rain. Now, Summer Rain is one that I had in my club for a long time. Eventually, I took it out. I really missed it. So when I got, so good. When I got the opportunity to put it back in with this June Bring Back My Bar, it went in, it's staying in. It's cyclamen. It's this smell of fresh summer rain and a little bit of black lava salt. I love pairing this with Stitch. I love pairing this with Mahalo Coconut. It is beautiful. Hazelnut frosting. Now, I've been out of this bar for a while. I think I mailed one to Linda H, and I may have given away another one. Oh, and I so miss this. This one's never coming out of my club either. This is Buttercream with Hazelnut and Ginger. It's subtle. Oh, it's so nutty. It's so good. I am surprised again that this one, although it was in a 3-pack LTO from one of our holiday trios a while ago with, I think, evergreen and grapefruit and something I've forgotten by now. Might have even been the brown sugar one that I got rid of. This bar is amazing. And it is a shame that we've not had that back and bring back my bar voting. So, one more. And this is the other bar that I was just evaluating with some of our other blue aquatics. This is Harbor's Edge. I just do not have the heart to get rid of this. It was a scent of the month, so more than some of these others that I've talked to you about, probably this could end up in bring back my bar voting at some point. But this is just more unique among the aquatics because it has raspberry, it has fern, it's got this really nice, warm, yet salty sea air effect when you melt it, and it's good and strong. The glacier water that's coming out August 1st as scent of the month is beautiful, but it's much softer. So this one just stays in my club for now. So that is everything that I have at the moment. It's a lot smaller than the last time I showed you guys a quarterly club because in that one I was trying to save all of the Christmas and fall smells that I didn't want to be without. So this is a little bit closer to where I really want it to be, and I hope that you guys had a good time exploring with me. If you have yet to start a club, you can go on to waftingwonderfulwax.scentsy.us and you can save certain ones that you really love from spring, summer, and if in 2 months you decide that you're totally over it, just take it out. And everything will be just fine. But Squeeze the Day, Jammy Time, Sea Salt and Avocado, Sun-Kissed Citrus, and a whole bunch more, they are going away and they may not come back next spring. So think about it very carefully. Have a great day.